It's that time again. The annual conference of the American Society of Ag Consultants, otherwise known as ASAC, is going to be held in Fort Myers, Florida, this November 4th and 5th. Kurt Covington is one of 9 professionals who will address the conference. The other speakers who will cover a wide range of topics represent Florida Farm Bureau, Florida Citrus Commission, University of Tennessee Institute of Agriculture, National Ag Law Center, Risk Mitigators and Advisors, Tyler Associates, as well as the lead economist for dairy at CoBank, and myself, Chrissy Wozniak from North American Ag. The day and a half of presentations will be followed by ag tours on Tuesday afternoon at Echo Farms, one of my favorite places here in Fort Myers. Attendees will experience farming at its most creative, with unique demonstrations, plants, and techniques being used to help farmers and urban gardeners in developing countries. A second tour at Echo will showcase simple technologies that can improve food, water, and shelter for millions of people. A third tour of a hydroponic grower is also being planned. For more information and to register, visit www.agconsultants.org. That's www.agconsultants.org. See you there. With 2,000 plus attendees, 25 plus robots, and 60 plus exhibitors, FIRA USA is the best place in the world for meeting agricultural and ag robotics leaders and seeing the latest technology demonstrations. This unique 3-day event is being held in Salinas, California, September 19th to the 21st, 2023. Check out their new website at FIRA-USA.com. That's FIRA, FIRA-USA.com. Get registered today. Welcome to North American Ag Spotlight. I'm Chrissy Wozniak. My returning guest today is from Toulouse, France, and she's been working in agricultural robotics since 2014. Since 2016, she's been co-director of an organization called FIRA, who holds conferences around the globe based on autonomous machinery and robotics in the agriculture space. By supporting the development of autonomous machines, she believes that robots are an important key to the future of agriculture. FIRA is now coming back to the US this fall due to the success of last year's show to host the only 3-day event for autonomous farming and agriculture robotics. I'd like to welcome Gwendoline Legrand. Thank you, Gwen, and welcome back. And it's so good to see you.
Thank you, Chrissy, for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here today.
So first, let's talk about last year's show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know that. I loved every minute. I love robotics. I love technology, and I love seeing all these new things. But what were some of the successes that you saw last year at the show?
Well, the first thing is that we expected to make like a small show and to be able to enter the Californian market and to show to Californian farmers what was new in terms of robotics. So, well, it was quite an humble FIRA that we expected, maybe 300 people that could showcase and that could attend, and that could be there. But at the end, 1,000 of people showed up. It was great. It was as big as the one we do in Europe that has already 6th edition in Europe. It was the 1st edition in California. And however, so many people were excited about this. And we know that because we are on this very specific market that is automation and robotics, it makes a huge difference and it's very focused.
Yeah, that's right. And it was incredible. I remember your surprise when I first got there and how many people showed up. And then more people were registering and more people were coming. And you were like, now we're up to this amount. And now we're up to this amount. It was so exciting. And the format was really great too. So when and where is FIRA USA? I know there's a location change, right?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, we're changing and we are making FIRA traveling event to California because we want to go like very close to the farmers' needs and to the different crops types that are everywhere in California. So last year we were in Fresno, in Central Valley. Now we are in Salinas for the 2023 edition. And Salinas is very nice, like we know is the salad bowl of the world. So it's something different and very exciting too. And this year, what is exciting too is the location that will be in the Salinas Sport Complex that is the home of the Rodeo Salinas. So it's in the arena. You will have all the exhibitors in the arena that will be showcasing their innovations. At the same place, there will be also, some nice rooms for the panel discussions, the pitches, etc. And behind the arena, just you can go 2 minutes by walk and see the demos running during the 2 days of the exhibition time. So 3 days event, tech and education day for day one, with all related to research projects, education. FFA will be there too. So that's very exciting for us. The first time they will be involved. And the day 2 and 3, it's more about exhibition, panel discussions, and demo.
Yeah, that's great. And last year, I really enjoyed the bus tour to see everything in action. I think it's going to be great, though, to have it all in one place. I think because there were just so many people, it was hard to see everything last year. But I think this year, I think the setup sounds incredible. But how are you preparing to have everything at the fairgrounds? You said, they're growing the crops there? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, for vegetables, there will be growing crops over there.
Wow.
We have the chance to be partnering with the University of California, with Pacific Ag Rentals, and with Triangle. There are 3 involved in the organization of the demo zone for growing crops, vegetables, and some fruits. And we are also making sure that we will have, this kind of trees in pots, and also, let's say, fake vineyards, to make sure that the robots that are running in those crops can also demoing and showing what are the functions of their robots.
Wonderful. And how many exhibitors do you think are going to be attending?
Oh, wow. We think between 50 and 70 exhibitors will be there.
Very
in total,
good.
Yeah, not only robot manufacturers, we're also expecting to have the relating organization that are working in the area, in the industry, and also some technology suppliers.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. Sensors, cameras, these kind of things.
Right. And are you focusing on the robotics industry wide, or are you more focused on one segment or another?
No, well, if you mean that we are focused more on a crop or another, or what do you really mean by that? Yeah, well, no, it's really what we aim with FIRA is to find the right solution for the right issue. We all know that there is this big labor issue in the agriculture in general. We all know that agriculture has a big impact on the environmental issues and so on. And we really think that robotics can bring a part of the solutions. So it means that for maybe for vegetables and for all the tree fruits, but also for vineyards and for any kind actually of crops, or even for the animals.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. And I'm assuming that there's a lot of draw for the large producer, but what about the smaller family farm? Is there new technology out there for smaller operations?
Yeah, you can also see those very more smaller robots that can be used especially for some of them for picking fruits, and some of them, and I think that's really important too, for mechanical weeding, for example. There are very small ones that can be used in small farms. You also have those nice robots that are kind of scooting robots or carrying robots that can help you when you're harvesting. You need to have some help and you cannot carry all those loadings, and those robots can help you too. So there are also solutions for small farms.
Right, that's good. And something that I found that was really interesting last year was the open discussion and collaboration between companies, between manufacturers and the developers of this technology. Why do you think these modern companies are really ready to bring their ideas to the table in the open? It seems like a change from the past.
I think, and since the beginning that we are organizing this event in 2016, we see that the collaboration is a key part of the development of the industry. And I think they have in mind that if they don't collaborate, the market won't be that ready so soon. they first need to collaborate to make sure that legislators are aware of what they are doing in terms of safety, to collaborate with the legislator to make sure that the safety issue is taken into account from their side, from both sides actually, and that they understand each other. So they have to be really joined for that point. Also, I think in terms of technologies, because they are developing some technologies with the technology suppliers. And that's nice to see that also technology suppliers that are developing some good parts with some manufacturers can also use them for other manufacturers to help them developing. And last thing, and I think that's not the least, is the readiness of the farmers. I mean, at one point, they are the end users. They need to make sure that the robots are the right solutions for their needs. And what we really and very often see that the farmers are trying several different types of robots. Mm-hmm. They don't choose only one. Sometimes they combine different kind of robots, different from different manufacturers. So it's a nice thing to see that this industry is really collaborating.
Yeah, that's it. And like you said, that it was remarkable that in almost every conversation it ended with, well, if we don't serve the farmer, it doesn't matter how cool the product is or how much technology or what it can do. If we're not solving something on the farm. And I really like that really direct, pinpointed, we're not just inventing things for the sake of inventing things. It's really to serve the farmer and the industry, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's a new era, I would say. I always say that actually. We've seen the tractors arriving dozens of years ago. And now the new era of machinery, I think, is robotics. Mm-hmm. So we will still have tractors, but tractors will be more and more autonomous first. We already see that. So, I mean, it's not new. And now those smaller machines with the robots that are taking very precise functions, again, is a new era, and it's also making a new job for the farmers. They will be more even more entrepreneur. They will be even more decision maker with the right data that are coming from the robots.
Right. Yeah, that's great. And there are topics for each day of the show. Can you tell me about those?
Yeah, sure. So first day is dedicated to the Tech and Education Day. It's mainly run by the University of California, A&R, and the Vine. They're organizing a very nice program, a very nice agenda with the call for abstracts that will select the most promising research projects in terms of automation for farming. We will also have during this day some very nice panel discussions in terms of R&D. During the first afternoon too, we will open the exhibition zone for the participants. And also we are very happy to welcome the FFA kids that will be also involved in the first day. They will have the opportunity to watch a nice robots parade on the first day in the afternoon. We will have this cocktail and this after school time. So, everything about education, research and development for the first day. Day 2 and day 3, we will have the exhibition zone again open and the starting of the demos, again in vegetables, fruits, vineyards and trees. The panel discussions, some innovation during pitches. We also have so many things, actually, Chrissy, that's amazing. Yeah. I'm also thinking that we will be organizing the first pitch session from startups to investors. So it's brand new. We've done it last edition in Europe. It was in February. It was great because we had almost 40 startups that participated. 12 were selected to pitch in front of investors only to make sure that they could present their startups and their innovation to potential investors. So it's also a very nice thing.
Yeah, for sure. And FIRA really takes its part seriously in addressing the need for more efficient food production. But you have a unique perspective where you're seeing Europe and North America. So where do you think North America stands compared to Europe? Are there any differences?
Well, when we see the figures, and there are many, market surveys that are working on that, Europe and America are very close by deep, and sometimes USA is first, and sometimes Europe is first, and US is second. Would say it's like very, very close in terms of potential markets. However, the market is different. You know that in Europe, we have very like smaller farms, more family farms with less employees. So the robots don't address the exact same needs, I would say. The revenues are not the same either. So the potential budget is not the same. So the proposal cannot be the same from the manufacturers, I would say. There is also the thing about the legislation that it is different from one part of the world to the other. So, well, they're both very, very interesting markets, and it's not a surprise that some European manufacturers are coming in the US and particularly in California, and manufacturers from California are starting to come in Europe. We know some of them that are making some nice business trips here in Europe. So that's really nice to see the dynamic around that.
Amazing. That's really interesting. And so where can people find you, both producers who want to register and potential exhibitors that are interested in coming too?
Yes, sure. So, well, our website is open to have all the information. It's FIRAUSA.com. You can see it you can see here.
Right. Yeah.
FIRAUSA.com. You can find all the information there to register the participant. We also have some nice place for a booth or for sponsoring. So everything is still open. For partnering, the end is July the 3rd. So you still have time, but we are more than happy to welcome you.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Gwen, for joining me today. It's great to see you, and I really can't wait to see you in person again in September.
Yeah, me too, Chrissy. Thank you so much for your involvement.
And thanks to all who are watching or listening. Go on over to the website. All the links are provided in the show notes, and get registered today. Don't forget to subscribe to North American Ag Spotlight on YouTube, Rumble, or Telegram. And the podcast is available on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Amazon, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you like the episode, give it a share. Have a great day. Our newest podcast by North American Ag is called What Color is Your Tractor? The stories behind the ag brands you love and the ag brands you love to hate. Hosted by me, Chrissy Wozniak. We take a deep dive into the companies that have built modern agriculture. Subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. Go to whatcolorisyourtractor.com. Available on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts.